Mic check, mic check. Now, this is not an alien. And yes, there's a camera behind me because I'm at work. All right, I'm at work. So obviously, I look like this. I might have to pose every once in a blue just to attend to my job, but I do get a lot of downtime. So I figured why not go live and do what we got to do. Now, I did want to talk about a couple of things. I want to address Alton Johnson and the Calvinist community and a couple of other people. And I figured, you know what, why not talk about the current affairs in the Christian community? Shout out to Humble Servant and shout out to a couple of other real brothers out there, but I did want to discuss this because I do believe that there have been lines that have been crossed. Somebody's laughing at me. I don't know. Am I a joke? You me see? Am I a joke? What's going on here, man? I look like a joke to you, man? I got a suit. Can't look like a joke. Coffee doesn't really work like that, unfortunately. Coffee only works a little bit. There's some people that go, you know, but anyways, I'm at the job. So if I was at work now, Alton, this is nothing bad, brother. It's just I'm gonna just surmise what you said. So this is nothing bad, okay, brother? So this is nothing crazy. God bless you, brother. Well, this is not brother Radar. This is brother Upper Room NYC. If it were brother Radar, it would say Radar Apologetics, not Upper Room NYC. Just saying. So shout out to brother Upper Room NYC. It ain't Radar. But we at work, and glory to God that I got this job. God is good. The fact that I'm at a job and I could go YouTube live is crazy. I was talking to Radar as well. I'm gonna leak a bunch of conversations. It wasn't nothing bad that I can't say, but um, you tell him you want espresso shot. Okay, got it. So maybe that's what it is. But anyways, I've never had espresso in my life. I just have black coffee, just black. But if espresso makes a difference, then we'll give that a shot. But again, the Christian community on YouTube, it was interesting to me that Alton Johnson, a good brother, he went live. He's trying to be somebody said because grifters are making merchandise. Um I don't have any merchandise at hand, but I might consider making some now that you say it, just to troll you, my brother. Not because I want money, but to troll you. And I'll give all the money as donations just to troll you because I am a big time troll after all. But again, I think that we've gotten to a point where lines have been crossed where we cannot come back. Now, what does that mean? We cannot come back. It means that now that there's a line, now that there's been clear lines, um, what Alton was saying on his YouTube channel, you guys go watch the show, it was a good show, will never happen. Alton said, JP, I don't like when people on your side of the aisle say that Calvinists have another God. I don't like it. And then there were people in his comment section saying that there was a participant who was an open theist and that he had another God. See how that works? So while, and this is not Alton's fault. Alton is not God. What does that mean? If somebody is writing something crazy, Alton gave me permission to mute them or ban them. He said JP Zamati could do whatever he wants. I'm not gonna ban anybody or anything like that. I don't really care. But he gave me permission, and I give him permission to do the same thing on my channel because he's a mod over here and he's a mod on my other channel. But while Alton was saying, hey, I don't like how your side says that we have another God, something that I have said, there were people in his comment section claiming that somebody was an open theist and that he had another God. This is the line that has been drawn now, my friends. Now, back when I was on YouTube 5, 6, 7 years ago, dang, time really flies. Dang, it really has been 5, 6, 7 years. It wasn't like this. It wasn't like this. All right, my friends. It was more diplomatic. It was more diplomatic. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I'm a angel because I already called HHS on the phone and I told them that I'm not going to show respect to profiles. If a profile emails me, if a profile tells me something, chances are I'm not going to treat them with respect. If you have a camera on, maybe that'll be different cuz you're a human. Cuz you're a human. And I got to be better. I'm not perfect. I got to be better. I got to show people more love. In fact, I already squashed a couple of beefs that I had with a couple of brothers. Not necessarily beefs, but I squashed it. And I plan on squashing many more beefs because I don't like having enemies. I don't like having enemies. You see, Sort of Truth 412, we've gotten in very, very nasty arguments, but he's here. He's here. He's got his profile picture. He's here. He's talking. He's in the comment section. He's here. He's here. And I plan on making, as to the best of my ability, squashing any personal beefs that I have or what have you. But when it comes to internet profiles running their mouths, I think the line has been crossed. And yeah, when it comes to now, let me tell you something about Alton. Alton reached out to me immediately after. Now, Sort of Truth said we haven't talked yet, and we will not talk. Wait, aren't you the guy that I called fat? Thought that was you. Remember, I called you fat. Anyways, as I was saying, Alton hit me up and say, "Yo, JP, I want to apologize to you if I offended you." And I joined his platform today. The way Catholics talk to Calvinists, man, is brutal. Brutal. Man, I've seen Calvinists, man, get talked to like they're animals. Like they're animals. I thought I was bad when it came to Calvinists. Catholics, really. I was watching a debate. It was Trent Horn versus James White. It was a three-part series. It was a three-part series debate. In the first debate, they left the live chat on. Man, them Catholics, man, you would have thought they was atheists. The way they was talking about James White. And I don't agree with James White. I battle with the idea whether he's saved or not. I battle with that in my mind. Because if you say babies are going to hell, my man, I mean, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's the one thing. Cat licks. Yep, cat licks. All right. But the way these Catholics, as I say, were disrespecting James White like he was an animal, it was crazy. And here's my issue with the Catholic community. I'm not gonna call any names out or anything like that. They are trained by their leaders. Let me go on the record because I'm calling everybody out, and I know this for a fact. And don't push me to show you evidence or proof. Because if you do that, then it's going to get ugly. Just take my word. Trust me, bro. You see, I'm the type of guy, trust me, bro. You feel me? Trust. I got a suit on, right? You could trust a man with a suit. Actually, you can't trust a man with a suit. Those are the biggest criminals, men with suits. All right? There's the biggest criminals are the men that wear suits. So never mind. But trust me, bro, for this one. And if my personal friends want evidence, I'll give them evidence. But Catholics are trained when there's a debate and a Catholic is debating, and I know this for a fact. Now, if there's a Catholic that wants to call me a liar that's in the fold, you can hit me up personally, but I come at everybody equally. So let me expose Catholics for this. I'm on the record. Christian King, if you want to screenshot this, because I made an exposed video on CK the other day. You see what I'm saying? I made an exposed video on CK. So it's only fair if I expose this Catholic secret. Are you guys ready for this Catholic secret? You guys ready? Drop a 1. This is going to surprise you guys. You guys are going to be like, no way. And you guys can use this as your arsenal, but I got to keep it 100. You guys ready? Let me know when you're ready, fellas. This is a Catholic secret that Catholic influencers do. Give me a moment though, fellas. I only see 2 1s. I only see 2 1s. By the way, some of the Catholic people that do this, I love very dearly. But they do it. It's a fact. All right? And I'm going to give you guys the full secrets. It is an established fact that when a Catholic debates a Protestant or has any debate, mostly Protestants, the Catholics are trained and told to spam the comment sections by said participants so that the Catholic seems like they won. You got Catholics commentating saying, yo, so-and-so cook so-and-so. And they ain't even watched the, man, they ain't even watched the debate. But they were told in another live stream to go flood the comments on a debate so that everybody thinks the Catholic won the debate. Somebody call me a liar. Somebody call me a liar. Somebody said we know this. Very good. A lot of people didn't. Man, I had a debate with a Catholic once, or I'm not even gonna tell y'all the name. I had a debate with a Catholic once. I'm not even gonna say the name. I had over 500 comments. I had over 500 comments. Somebody said everybody do it, JP. No, that's not true, brother. I'm sure some people do it. But we have people on 4K telling their people to go swarm the comments so that it looks like they won. We got people on 4K. You go do your own research, but I've never seen James White do that. I haven't seen Gavin Ortland do that. I haven't done that. But we have people on 4K. All right? They go, yo. Hebrew Israelites do that, but they're not Christians. I mean, they're not really Christians. So that's to be expected. You feel me? That's to be expected. But check it out. So again, there's a debate. The debate happens. Okay? The debate happens. And then the Catholics goes, everybody on this live stream, go over there, comment that I won, and come back. And again, I debated a Catholic once. Okay, I debated a Catholic once. I had 400 comments. Nobody ain't see the debate, bro. Because I would ask them, I'd be like, oh, you said I got cooked? How? Oh, you didn't make the stronger argument. What argument did I make that I got cooked in? Oh, the argument where he rebutted. Well, what argument that he rebuttal with? The one you started with. Which one did I start with? Which one did I start with? Oh, you're just you got cooked. And you got 100, 300, 400 of those. And now people look at the comment section and they go, yo, JP got cooked. Now y'all see how they run this? I'm exposing everybody. We're going to get to the Orthodox soon. We're going to get to the Orthodox community. Then we'll get to the Calvinist community. We'll get to everybody. We're going to cook everybody because I know all the big cats in all the communities. So we're gonna get to everybody. Don't worry. Orthodox is next. And if I'm a liar, well, no one said I'm a liar here. Some people actually said they knew that they did that. I don't know if they saw it done, but I've seen it done. I've seen it with my own eyes. I've seen Catholics go flood the comments and say that I won. Now, when people go on the video, they see 300 comments saying, "Oh, so and so got cooked. He did bad. Wow, he did this. He did that." Now, some people ain't even gonna watch the video. They're gonna go, "Yo, my guy got cooked like that. I ain't even gonna watch the video." Like, dang. We're gonna get to the Orthodox community in a moment. They're not free. But this is, and then we'll get to the Calvinist community. We'll get to them as well. We're gonna get to everybody. Everybody's gonna get cooked tonight. Everybody's gonna get cooked tonight, fellas. Everybody is. Now, somebody may say, "Oh, but JP, you might lose connections." Who gives a dang, man? I'm at work. I'm at work. Now, somebody said fake news. I'm a lot of HHS said this best. He said, JP, your delivery, I don't like it sometimes. The way you say things, I don't like it. You're a lot of things, JP, but you're not a liar. HHS said it best. He said it best. All right. All right. And there are more things on Catholics, but I'm not really trying to go there, right? Because Catholics have not been particularly bad to me. I really have no issues with that community. Nothing but love. But they be doing things, fellas. They be doing things. You feel me? Now the Orthodox community. Who's the king of the Orthodox? Who's the king? All right, who's the king? Who's the king? We got Jay Dyer, right? He's the king, right? Jay Dyer, very nice guy. I don't have any issues with the guy. But when you get to a certain level, now YouTube becomes, and this is why you guys will never. Let me put it to you this way. I'll explain in a moment. The king of the Orthodox, Jay Dyer. Let's keep it 100. Right? And you got a couple of other guys as well. But let's keep this 100. All right? Let's keep this 100. All right? Because we got to keep it 100. You do have Father Josiah, I think. And have a good night, my friend. Anyways, you do have I'm still at the job after all. As I told you guys, your boy's working, so I gotta be respectful to the guests. Tell them, hey, have a good day, have a good night. You feel me? But anyways, with that said, what's going on with the Orthodox community? Let me tell you what's going on. Because I see the play-by-play before it even happens. Now, I don't have proof for this. But have you guys noticed that and again, shout out, there are a couple of solid Orthodox brothers out there. They solid. What do I mean by they solid? They come outside, they're humble, they're cool, they're Orthodox, they're chilling, they love the Lord. I'm not speaking about those guys. Okay? Because I cannot, and same with the Catholics. Me and Random, we went at it the other day. Random is a sweetheart of a man, and he's a Catholic. I don't agree with Random. He's a Catholic. I don't agree with some Orthodox. They're Orthodox. But we got to address the toxic culture that we have here and when these guys duck. And I'm just saying it how it is. All right? And I don't want to call names. I don't want to pull text messages. I don't want to do any of that, right? But I have the proof. Now, if my personal friends hit me up, they go, "Yo, JP, we think you're lying." Um, Evidence will be suggested. But for now, this is a Trust Me Bro live stream. This is a Trust Me Bro live stream, all right? Now, what's going on with the Orthodox community? I believe that the Orthodox community, all right, somebody said, "JP, do you still claim to be provisionist, or did you change your mind and realize Zero Church to Nerf agree with your self-invented theology?" What are you smoking here? Can somebody get this satanic clown out of here? You see, because this is what the YouTube world is. You see, we're talking about a particular topic, and the guy's asking me, "Are you a provisionist?" Trying to attack me. Look at this guy right here. Add to block list. You see, this is what we're doing. You see, this is the devil. The devil. That's the devil right there. But now let's get into Orthodox. All right. I don't have evidence of this. I don't have evidence. Christian King, his humble servant, as my witness. Okay? And as you guys see, me and Josh had a beef. Josh is right here. All right? Josh is right here. Okay? Me and Josh, we had a disagreement. It got ugly. It's 2026, new year, new me. He's here. He's not blocked. He's here. Now, you guys tell me if my connection is manifesting, all right? That's very important. So you guys let me know if my connection is manifesting, okay? If my connection is manifesting, you guys got to let me know because I am on a phone. You see rational logic? We're going to deal with the Calvinist after yeah. JP, blocking everyone who disagrees with you is weak sauce. You're here, right? You're here. So I don't block everybody. Zanzi is here. He's a Calvinist. I don't disagree with him. Okay? I mean, I do disagree with him. Alton is a mod on this channel. He's a Calvinist. So I don't block everybody who I disagree with. That's just not true. With that said, you guys keep distracting me. So let me, oh yeah, so there we go. Christian King, his humble servant, as my witness. When I created this second YouTube channel, the Orthodox community, the people, the regular attendees, they were pulling up just as much as Catholics. Let me go on the record. CK, let me know if you're still watching. The Orthodox community was pulling up just as much as Catholics. Have you guys noticed they disappeared? I don't see these guys anywhere. Where did they go? It is my theory. It is my theory. Since many Orthodox leaders are claiming that their churches are growing. You see, Jay Dyer has said this. Many people have said this. Oh, my church is growing. Our churches are growing. The centers are full of catechumens, and they're full and they're overloaded and they're growing, they're growing, they're growing. It is my suspicion that leaders of the Orthodox Church put a memo out that they do not want anybody debating. And if these debates happen, it has to happen on their panels. This is not something that you see with Catholics. Catholics pull up all the time. Catholics have open panels. You see King Silv. King Silv goes everywhere. King Silv went on CK's channel. King Silv went on my own channel to debate me. Went on my channel. He went on CK's channel. So this is not something that you see in the Catholic community. But with the Orthodox community, where are these people? They've disappeared like demons. Like demons. I used to have 3 Orthodox people per live stream. They're all gone. Where do they go? They don't exist. I don't see them anywhere. I do not see them anywhere. They've disappeared. Why? Because it is very good strategically. Zanzi, nobody cares about X. You know what I'm saying? Nobody cares about X. I mean, everybody can tweet at somebody, there's no damage done. I believe there was a memo put out that they don't want Orthodox people debating because that can stunt the growth of the Orthodox community. And since they're growing so much, there cannot be any risk there. I can't prove it, but I see it. They don't debate, they're hiding. Catholics, I can't say that. The Orthodox community, gone. Gone. Am I lying? Humble servant? Christian king? Were we not full of Orthodox? Full? And I don't see them anywhere. Nowhere on the internet. Unless they're calling into Jay Dyer's channel. And when I reached out to a few people to see if Jay Dyer would debate anybody or go to another platform to debate, I reached out. I know many people that know the man. Many people. Jay Dyer doesn't debate unless you have under 100,000, over 100,000 subscribers. There are more Jehovah's Witnesses that come to open panels than I've seen Orthodox. That doesn't apply to a couple of solid brothers out there, but by and large, something fishy is going on. Now, when I reached out to Jay Dyer's connections, and I don't even got to put them on blast, because Jay Dyer himself said, if it ain't 100,000, I ain't coming through, subscriber-wise. He tweeted that, which means that if you want to have a conversation with him, you have to go to his platform. You have to go to his platform where he controls the mute button. He controls the comments. He controls the mic. He controls it all. But in order for Jay Dyer to come to a channel with I don't care if you have 200 subscribers. If somebody is challenging him, he should take the conversation. I think his humble servant is more than capable of having a discussion with the guy on if Mary is sinless or not. I think HHS can take that debate. He's capable, he's qualified, but he won't do it. Unless you have over 100,000 subscribers. What a very beautiful way to hide. What a very beautiful way to hide. It's very easy to be the man when you tell people to come on your platform. It's very difficult to be the man when you go on another man's platform. This is why I don't really debate on my platform. I go on CK's platform. Or even if I talk to CK like he's a dog when I'm angry, he's not going to listen to what I say. I tell CK everything. He don't do what I ask him to do. Because it's his platform, his rule, equal moderation. And that is where I go to debate 90% of the time, or on HHS's channel. Jay Dyer would never go on CK's channel. Neither of these top Orthodox fellas would go on CK's channel or HHS's channel, and what they'll say is that he doesn't have the numbers. What they want is for you to go on their platform, so they can control the narrative and their church continues to grow. This is crazy work. Again, Catholics don't do this. Some do, not all. Again, I have to keep mentioning King Silv. That man went on my platform to debate me. That man went on CK's platform to debate over there. And as much as you guys might not like Sam Shamoon gets 50 times more views than I do, and he debated me on a neutral platform. We got to call the facts. The facts is that this is not a Catholic issue. This is an Orthodox issue. All right, this is an Orthodox issue. Yes, Sam cursed out my mom. Yes, Sam cursed me out. Sam called me all these things, but he gave me a fair one with a moderator on a platform that had 300 subscribers. Sam Shamoon went on a platform with 300 subscribers to debate me. You think Jay Dyer will do that? Not a chance in the lake of fire. Not a chance in the lake of fire. Oh, JP, the lake of fire doesn't exist yet. It's not there yet. Well, stop using Revelation to prove intercession of the saints, because that ain't happened yet either. Oh, why you said lake of fire? It's not there yet. Oh, yeah, very good. So stop using Revelation for intercession of the saints. So this is what's going on with these Orthodox, man. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if there's a something being put out. I don't know what's going on, but those guys, they're no good. Again, there's a couple of solid Orthodox brothers and sisters that I know. But if they believe I'm lying, they can let me know. JP, I think you're lying. They have my phone number. All right, they have my phone number, and I have nothing but respect for those people. You know, there's quite a handful of Orthodox that I know, but by and large, not you, Otis. Otis, you're not even Orthodox, my brother. And I'm pretty sure that as soon as you become Orthodox, we'll never hear of you again. If we don't hear from Otis for 6 to 8 months, just assume that he became an Orthodox Christian. He got confirmed in the church. I promise you that. If Otis gets confirmed in the Orthodox Church, we won't hear from him for 6 to 8 months. We'll be like, what happened to the brother? Now, let me address the Free Grace community. And then we'll get to the Calvinists. But if you guys think I'm lying, then you guys think I'm lying. All right? If you guys think I'm lying, okay, you think I'm lying. Go test out my theories and see if I'm lying. Go test out my theories and see if I'm lying. All right, go test out my theory and see if I'm lying. Now let me address the Free Grace community. Let me address the Free Grace community, since I seen Layman come in here. I have zero issues with the Free Grace community. Isn't that ironic? Because the Free Gracers are the most honest people in Christianity. The reason I go like this is because many people are gonna say, well, JP, our Free Grace is really actually Christian. That's a valid argument, you know? Because these guys say you could worship the devil and still be saved. But they're honest. Free Gracers, by and large, there's a couple of big ones that are afraid. Like that Casey guy, I don't know what his name is. What's that Free Gracer's name, Layman? The guy with the white guy that wears the do-rag? The white guy that wears the do-rag? You know who I'm talking about, that famous guy, he does pranks. He's a free gracer. Layman, you should know who he is. Casey something. Casey something, I think is what his name is. Come on, Layman. You're supposed to know the free grace streets. Anyways, there are a couple of cowardly free gracers out there. Okay? Jimmy, the Chong guy, I don't know what his name is. Jimmy Chong or whatever. I don't know what it is. The Asian dude. I'm bad with names, fellas. Yeah, Cassidy Campbell. Coward. The Chinese dude. The Chong guy. Jimmy Chong or whatever. I don't know what his name is. Help me out with these names, fellas. And I got a story to tell you guys about that Asian dude. The free grace dude. What's his name, Layman? The Avenger. He's an Avenger. He's an Avenger. Y'all know who I'm talking about? That Asian dude. He's a preacher, or he's like a YouTube. Johnny Chang. Thank you. Let me tell y'all a quick story about Johnny Chang. He was on Instagram Live running his mouth. Hyper grace, free grace, y'all all the same to me. Johnny Chang was running his mouth against one guy that I was discipling at the time. I don't like to say I disciple people, cause I don't want to flex like I'm your superior. You feel me? But I do hold the young ones down. So I got a lot of people that are 18, 17, 20, 21, 22, and I hold them down. You feel me? I'm like, they come to me, they go, yo, JP, let's do a Bible study, pray for me. I have some questions, blah, blah, blah. I have a few of those guys. They reach out to me, I try to give them life experience. And if there's something I can't answer, I'll give them an elder. I'll be like, yo, this guy helped me out. And I try to do that. All right. I don't try to say I disciple nobody because I don't want nobody feeling weird or anything like that. You feel me? Like, oh, JP's my superior or something like that. But I had one of my guys, just for the sake of conversation, a guy that I was discipling went on Johnny Chang's Instagram and he was getting cooked on Once Saved, Always Saved. And this is how he's a coward. I'm telling you, he's a coward. Then the guy says, yo, my man JP is backstage ready to talk. Oh, let JP know to send me a DM so we could schedule something. Let him know to send me a DM. Sent that man a DM. He must have looked up my work. Never heard of the man again. It's been 4 years, fellas. I was in my 20s. Or I couldn't have been 4 years. Yo, time is flying so dang much. Could have been 4 years. The point is, never heard of him. The Casey guy, the Cassidy Campbell guy, loves running his mouth. I told him, run me a free one like a demon. He disappeared. So there are free gracers in the free grace community that are cowards. That are cowards. But by and large, the free grace community is the most honest community in Christianity, if you're going to say they're Christian. I'll ask them anything. They don't play games. Hey, can you worship the devil? You sure can, JP. You sure can if you believed at one point in time. Would you like to have a debate? I sure will. Mm. Wow. Well, thank you. Thank you. So again, I have nothing to say about the free grace community. Now, I don't know if they're saved, quite frankly. I don't know if they're saved because I'm a man that believes you can forfeit your salvation, and I struggle with sin. I struggle. It's a battle every day. Some days I wake up and I'm like, yo, the devil is trying me today. And I'm battling. And I know I can forfeit my salvation. If I were a free gracer, I'd be the biggest demon of them all. So this is why I don't believe that 90% of free gracers are saved, or maybe a good portion. Because if I have the fear of the Lord and I'm struggling with sin, I'm battling, and I got the fear of the Lord that I can forfeit this salvation. They don't have that. You can worship the devil and still be saved. How do you wake up in the morning and live your life? You're probably practicing sin. You're probably doing a bunch of things we don't even know. That is a fact. That is a fact. And the Calvinists will say you were never saved to begin with. So there you have it. Right? If a Calvinist wakes up in the morning and starts practicing sin and living a double life, they're probably going to say, I probably wasn't elect. So, Calvinists, I wouldn't add in that same kind of, if we're going to be fair. If you guys have questions, you guys can ask me. I won't give names, but if you guys ask me, I'll answer. All right. Now down to the Calvinist community. This is going to be the Calvinist community. All right. The Calvinist community. 5-6 years ago, I only knew one type of Calvinist. One. And there were Augustinian Catholics that believed the same thing as Calvinists. Every single Calvinist would told you God decreed all things. Even Piper said that God decreed your sins. John Piper said that. Now I'm meeting Calvinists that are telling me that God doesn't decree sin. That's a surprise to me. I didn't know that. They go, and there was a Calvinist that was so honest to me. He was so honest. Then when I asked him and I said, yo, does God decree sin? He said, no, JP. I go, how does he decree all things but doesn't decree sins? You know what he told me? He said, I don't know. Now that is an honest man. And I've never met Calvinists like that. Yeah, JP, he decrees all things, but he does not decree sins. How does he not decree sins? It's a mystery to me. I don't know. Y'all remember that Presbyterian that I was talking to? The guy, evangelical versus Protestant, that's on my main channel. But then you have very, very dishonest Calvinist. And Calvinists that want to go on platforms, hijack those platforms to push their propaganda. And then when they go on their own platforms and they go live on their own platforms, they have 2 concurrent viewers. Now, I'm not talking about Zanzi, because Zanzi has 3-5 concurrent viewers, but he just started. I'm talking about guys that have been on YouTube for 5 to 6 to 7 to 8 to 9 years. They've been on YouTube for 9 years, still getting 3 concurrent viewers, trying to hijack platforms. Nobody cares what they have to say, so they have to hijack platforms to try to have some level of relevance. There's a lot of those guys. And then you have individuals who are honest. Alton Johnson did a live stream today. He called me out. He said, JP, I don't like how you say Calvinists have other gods. I opened this live stream saying that. Then there were people in his comment section saying that people who believe like me are open theists who have other gods. That's okay. Alton's not all-knowing. He's not God. And Alton was trying to use the early church to refute me. And then I had a conversation with him. I said, Alton, maybe that's not the best method. The man agreed. We made progress. We made progress. And I told him, I said, I don't believe this. He didn't force me to. There are Calvinists that will force you to say what you believe. In other words, they're going to say what they think you believe, and they're going to make that the truth. No, you do believe this. Pelagius said this. So you do believe this because Pelagius said it. And I don't care if you say that you don't, because you do, because I told you that you do. All right? Now, of course, Zanzi is not part of the equation. Zanzi just started. Did you guys hear what I just said? When I told Alton that I do not believe what Pelagius said, Alton didn't say, yes, you do. He said, you know what, JP? I hear you out. He said, I hear you out. But a lot of Calvinists out there, man, they're trying to leech off of platforms to push propaganda. And you have Calvinists. You go through a verse, you read another verse, and then they'll say you never read the verse. So you have to read the same chapter 50 times. And then after you read it 50 times, they'll say you never read it in the first place. This is what's going on around here, man. It's just one big game. Anyways, with that said, CK, are you going live? I'm going to open up the panel because I did say this was an open panel. Just give me 1 second here, fellas. I am on my phone. I don't know if CK is going to go live. Oh, okay. Oh, one of the brothers said he's going to come in 15 minutes. All right, so let me share this link. Let me share this link. And another thing, you have a lot of people that bark on the internet, but they don't come outside. And that's such a shame. But anyways, let me share this this link here. I do not know how to pin this on my phone. So what's going to happen is that I'm going to post this here. And that's the link to join. Feel free to join up, have the conversation. If you want to call me out. Now, there was an individual that reached out to one of my brothers. I'm not going to say any names or anything like that, complaining about something. And then he reached out to me and said, hey, JP, I'm going to be praying for you. I said, don't pray for me. I don't know who your God is. I said, don't pray for me. I don't know who your God is. Don't be receiving prayer from just anybody, fellas. Because a lot of people don't want your best interest. A lot of people might be worshiping the devil. Worshiping the devil. And they're saying, I'm praying for you. Don't be praying for me. Don't have me in your thoughts and prayers. Shoot. Talking about JP, I'll keep you in my prayers. Don't keep me in your prayers. I don't know what God you serve.
I
Keeping
wanted to
me in
highlight,
your prayers.
JP, that you brought up some good things, really. And I think the one thing you brought up that I think a lot of people, sorry, I'm on my phone, I'm shoveling snow for the uninitiated out there. But what I thought was good that you highlighted was that people think debates happen because people are about the truth in the Christian space. That's what they think. But really, that's not what's going on. It's about prestige. It's about trying to garner more viewers. See, I used to think that people wanted the truth. That's when I came onto the scene. I really thought, like, okay, we'll debate based on the merits of facts and so forth and all that. But I'm learning quickly, and for the sake of your stream, I'll keep names off out of it, right? But I'm learning that people don't really care about the truth. They care about controlling a narrative, and they care about just trying to force a win like it's a football game. And what I've learned is that the people who talk the toughest run the most. Now y'all can do with that what you will. I'm not going to say the names 'cause I'm on JP's platform right now, but there's multiple people who talk very tough, and at the same time they run very fast. And it's really unfortunate. Like people will say, like, "Oh well, you don't have enough subscribers." Well, what's that got to do with the truth? And now, I'm not
Yeah,
saying everybody deserves a debate, but I'm just saying like people act like no one can challenge them, and then what they do is on their own platforms they control the mute and the kick button, and they don't let an actual open dialogue happen. I mean, that's why I like platforms like Alton's. I was there earlier today myself.
I was there
CK's,
myself.
yeah, CK's platform, etc. Because those, at least you can have a conversation that's progressive in some way. But the people who will get out here and talk like they're Macho Man Randy Savage or say all these kind of crazy things and all this, it's just unfortunate because those are the people that people have tried to set up debates with. I mean, I exposed one of them with all the emails and all the communications, for example, and they really don't want to debate you. They really don't, but they want to make their audience think they do. And I hope Christians, right, are not getting fooled by these shenanigans. I really do. I see Brother Alden's here, so I'll mute up for a little bit.
Yeah,
Oh no,
and
man,
that
you good, good.
Alton, you didn't have to do all that and go in the office and all that. You could have just joined on your phone and just chilled on the couch. You don't got to do all that, you know.
Brother. I've been at this desk all morning. Listen, when I first got up, right, I seen another guy that that he has these live streams. I've been connected with him for a few years, and I just commented, "Grace and peace, all." He was just like, "Alex, hop on the panel." So I hopped on his panel this morning. Then I had to go run some errands. I came back, did my own live stream.
I guess
I see
Otis
that you
hasn't
live.
joined. I guess
Now
Otis
I'm on.
hasn't joined the Orthodox Church because he's here right now. Go ahead, Alton.
So yeah, man, I'm like, I've been on panels all day, but been behind this desk all day, like I've been at work. So
Yeah. And, that's good, bro, because you and I, we work a lot, so you got to get it where you can. You know what I'm saying? So you know what? You got
oh
your
yeah,
content. You got your content, and that's good. But that's one of the things where I applaud you because I went on your platform. You let me get my points off, and you let me do what I had to do, and I respect that. Same thing with CK. I think there are a couple of people on CK's platform, and I'm going to continue to critique CK on this, who do not add to the conversation, but they go there to disrupt the conversation. And I don't like that. But by and large, it's a free speech platform where you have to bring your arguments. If you don't bring your arguments, you will be cooked. You have to know what you're talking about when you go on CK's platform. Same thing with your platform, Alton. There's a lot of Calvinists and a lot of people that believe on once saved, always saved that go on there. If you don't know your stuff, you're not going to end up looking very good.
yeah. Because my thing is that when I have my conversations, um, like I want people to hear what's being said. You know what I'm saying? Especially when we like dealing with like heresies and people just like making stuff up. I'm like, that's why a lot of times I'll be letting people talk and I'll be like, somebody try to jump in, I'll be like, hold on, wait, hear this out because I want you guys to hear this. So later on, if this does show up on your doorstep, just like I was telling people with Black Hebrew Israelites, I said, one day this is going to show up on your doorstep and you're going to need to know how to defend this. And I'll get people who will email me to this day and I'll be like, man, thank you for making that, that content, dealing with Black Hebrew Israelites, because now, my dad done hopped into it, one of my brothers, or, this guy at work, he was saying all of this stuff, and it just, all of the stuff, I didn't even think that I remembered all of this stuff, but it just started flowing out, and they started saying one thing, I started just, refuting them, you know what I'm saying, just going
Alton,
back and forth
bro,
with them, so.
Alton, I give you your flowers where credit. I give people flowers where their flowers are due. A lot of people can call me a lot of things, Alton. I said
Yeah.
things about Catholics. I said things about Orthodox. I dare anybody in that community call me a liar. They won't.
Yeah.
And there are people of that community watching right now. I give them their respect, and then I gotta say it how it is. This
Yep.
internet world that we're in right now is not really about truth. It's about money. It's about money. It's about personal gain. It's about fame. It's about all of those things.
Yep. Man, I heard something the other day and somebody made a point. And now I'm starting to think about this and I'm like, they might be onto something because they saying that there's so much saturation with social media, and then you got AI coming up. People don't know what's real, people don't know what's fake. They said that people probably just gonna start staying off of social media altogether and just get back to trying to have one-on-one personal interactions with people, like real human interaction. Maybe people getting together and having discussions like face to face, because it's just so tough to have civil dialogues and civil conversations, especially when you got people on the
Using
internet.
ChatGPT.
Yep. You don't know if people are bots. You might be going back and forth in the comments with a bot.
That's
What I'm
why,
saying?
brother.
Yeah.
There was a guy. There was a brother in Christ. I'm not going to mention his name. There was a brother in Christ who I was a mod on his channel. I'm not going to say whether I currently am or not, because I want this to be discreet. He had the nerve to hit me up talking about, did you ban me on this person's channel? Did you ban me? And I pretty much found out who he was, because I did a little bit of research. This guy wrote like 10 comments about me in a row, bro. Spammed my name, brother, in a video. 10 back to back to back to back to back. This man hitting me up and the content creator, like the content creator is HR. Submit a complaint to HR. Then he got the nerve to hit me up and say, I'm praying for you. I said, no, don't pray for me. You don't have a face. You don't have a voice. You don't have a name. You're just a random picture on the internet. Now, that doesn't go for Otis. I've seen Otis on FaceTime multiple times. And obviously we know who CK is. If these brothers want to pray for me, go ahead. But you're not going to send me an email talking about, I'm going to keep you in my prayers. Your God might be the devil. Don't pray for me. You know what I'm saying? Don't pray for me. Please. Keep your prayers to yourselves. You know what I'm saying?
I think there was one group we missed out. Now you guys may disagree with me on this one. All right, there's one group that we didn't cover.
Well, I thought I covered Catholics, Calvinists, Free
All right,
Grace.
I got you. You know what it is?
Who?
It's the audience, brother. A lot of them talk ish in the Christian community, and they never come on the panels.
No, they
Bro,
don't.
amen, bro, amen to that. Look, check this out, bro. I'm sorry, that one got me fired up. I've seen multiple times, because people don't know how much we watch Christian content, even that which we disagree with, right? So I've seen multiple times people come to me, hey, what's up, HHS? Hey, brother, great to see you. I'm just gonna watch, I see him in another stream. HHS he's trash. He's the worst. He's the devil. He's stupid. And I'm like, yo, where was this courage at when you had me right there?
Let me prove
And then
this
one other
theory.
person.
HHS,
Okay.
Let me prove this theory. Toner 23. Unfortunately, JP, you let HHS influence too much of your doctrines. I'm going to post the link and
Here
you're
it
going
is.
to explain how.
Here
Okay?
it is.
What?
Yeah.
All right. So now we're going to
I
put
don't think
Otis's
he's gonna
theory.
do that.
We're gonna put Otis's theory to the test right now. Okay, so I'm gonna send you the invite, and you're going to tell us how. Okay, this is the link right here. Okay, this is the link right here. You're gonna tell us how I let HHS influence my doctrines too much. Okay,
And if not,
that's
that
the
proves the
link.
point that y'all were just talking about.
Yeah,
Literally
and what-
proved Otis' point
Yo.
in 3 seconds.
Yo, and one other thing, right? So I've encountered at least 2 of these people in comment sections on CK stream. At least 2. I've done more. I've done 3 or 4. I've done one in my own stream. So I was like, hey, why don't you come talk to me then? No, I'm not going to do that. So who's really Christian here? I don't
Right.
go around dogging these people. If I got something to say about you, I just say it. I'm not going to run from it, whatever. But you have the courage in somebody else's live stream in your group's echo chamber where you can trash somebody. Then if somebody goes to you and says, hey, why don't you just come talk to me? Why don't we have a dialogue? Let's see if I know anything or not. Let's see how good you can stand on your doctrine. Let's see if I'm really this tyrant or this idiot or whatever the language you want to use is. And they won't do it, but then they go home and think they're Christian. They actually believe they're Christians.
Let me go on the record and say something. When I say I support CK, I mean it. What does that mean? I did an exposed video on CK. He showed up. We had a conversation. The very next day, I transferred 200 concurrent viewers to his channel because I support what the man does. This man, although he's not perfect, he has flaws. He is what a Christian should be. Fair.
Yep.
Where I don't care if you're Jay Dyer, Jay 49er, or Jay the Devil. I don't care how many subscribers you have. You should be in a platform like CK's channel to debate people that don't have 100,000 subscribers. And may the Lord humble everybody that has that kind of mindset. Because as big as my channel has gotten in the past, Alton, because I used to be heavy in that algorithm. I used to be heavy. You know, I'm not as much anymore. You know, although yesterday I did have 200 concurrent viewers, glory to God. But that's going to cease because I already told you how the algorithm works, Alton. Once you hit the algorithm, you have to remain in the algorithm for the rest of your life. And unfortunately, I'm not planning on uploading on the main channel. I think I have a debate this Thursday, and after that, I don't know what's going to happen. But check this out. God logic, I say this all the time. If Alton had a panel with 3 Muslims, 4 Muslims, and Alton had 7 concurrent viewers, and I send that live stream over to God Logic will be there in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
And you know,
Go ahead.
No, I know you got your differences with Corey, but Corey Minor, I mean, he pulled up on my live stream the other night.
Me and Corey don't have issues. We cool.
Okay, good. But you know what? Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna co-sign that. I'm gonna let you fight, but I was gonna say Hatun Taj and Anthony Rods both pulled up to my stream. They both been interviewed on the channel. They ain't no little hitters. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
You can see who's who when it comes to that. I ain't mean to interrupt Brother Altman. I just want the world to know. You can see who's who and who's really trying to go out there and have these conversations, especially if you're Christ-centered. And that's why I was glad when I had an Islam wanted to get some information about Islam out there. Hatun Taj, who has no small sub count, pulled up.
Yeah, and you know, just to piggyback off of that, I mean, you know, I think, you know, and I'm glad you're doing the stream, JP, because a lot of stuff is really starting to get exposed because I think that you have so many people that's just firing up their cameras and they just hopping on YouTube and just saying whatever. Because I mean, by the time you started doing Christian content, you know, it just seemed like that YouTube, the whole landscape has changed. You know, I've been making videos since like what, 2016. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, I've just saw the Christian YouTube landscape change, and I think that what people want to see right now is true and honest conversations. You know what I'm saying?
Fun fact. Did you guys know that I used to have a YouTube channel where I used to get 40 to 50,000, even millions of views? Millions. I used to cover basketball stuff, and Alton used to follow me back then.
That's how I found you. That's how I found you. And what's so funny was that, because you was always talking about Draymond Green, and I was like, "Yo, finally somebody understands." I was like, "Finally somebody is not, you know what I'm saying, like tiptoeing around," because you know people just like, "Oh, Draymond Green is the best, this, that, and the third," and then I found out. And you was the one who put me onto this because you made a video and you was talking about the Golden State Warriors and you was talking about how, what was his name? Was it Mike Brown? The guy who was the coach before Steve Kerr.
Oh, yes, I know who you're talking about.
And you were saying
that was the Knicks guard. I forget his name off the top of my head.
Yeah, he was a Christian.
He does commentary.
Right.
Yeah, I just can't remember his name.
Yeah, you said that. Yeah, and you made a video and you exposed the Golden State Warriors saying that, hey, he was the one who built that team. And I think that they wanted to do some LGBTQ thing and he wasn't with it or something like that. or he said something controversial against the LGBTQ community, and they moved him out, and then they implanted Steve Kerr.
Well, don't
And
forget what
while-
else made him mad. Just to go back on that, because I
Yeah.
love sports too. Everybody went to his church service too, and it made everybody mad in the organization. Do you remember that? Because
Wow.
he was a preacher too. I'm mad I can't remember his name right now. But
Yeah.
he was a preacher too, and he had the whole team pull up to his church service, and the team didn't like it.
You know why I cut that YouTube channel out? Because I couldn't sleep at night knowing that I was entertaining people, but I wasn't giving them the truth. Like it was hurting. I'm providing happiness, but these people are going to hell. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
you mean by the truth, you mean the truth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
like you relying on content, but the actual
No,
way, the
yeah.
truth, and the life.
Well,
Yeah, amen.
basketball, there's no objective truth in basketball, by and
Right.
large. I mean, you know, like it's really opinion based. So to say, unless you're saying somebody like, let's say, let me
Mark
see.
Jackson.
Like if I said Scalabrini was better than LeBron, you'd say that was not objectively
Correct. That's
Right, right.
objectively wrong. But if you were to say something like, Michael Jordan's better than LeBron, or vice versa, that's just nothing really, you know.
That's what I
Yeah,
call
then-
it. You know, I call that a trick. That's called the endless debate. So whenever anybody needs
correct.
content, since the debate can never be settled, you just bring
Yeah,
it
it
up.
was a waste of time as well. It was a waste of time. But fellas, you know what I've realized? The guy didn't click the link.
Yeah.
You guys Pete? So that's what the internet is
Yep.
full of.
And that's what's on every denomination. Everyone does that. In the audience, they're always hiding in the audience. Always.
No, that's not true. It depends on the channel. It depends on the channel. I mean, what we saw though, that was just a great example of what you brought up. But there are certain channels. Again, I'm going to be very gracious today and not say any names. Well, you just get removed if you say anything.
Well,
You
no,
just get
it's
removed.
I watch everyone, Catholic, Orthodox, Protestant, and the various Protestants, and I'm always seeing people, say stuff from the comments, but they never join the panel.
No,
Yeah,
no,
no,
I'm
for
just
sure.
saying. I'm just saying, like there are
It's
some
really
channels
easy
where
to-
people will, but
It's easy
doesn't
to hide
go
in the comment section. I was enjoying CK's live the other night with the Calvinism. I wasn't on the panel for once. I got to just hide in the comments.
it's nice to listen some days. I keep
Oh,
telling people because they think we all want to be famous, and I'm like, some days actually,
They were getting spicy.
it's nice
down
to just
there.
listen.
Yeah, I was like, damn.
Yeah, seriously.
that's-
Like, I enjoy watching lives more than making them.
Nah, but that's why I like CK's channel, because I'm like, man, I can go to sleep, I'll wake up, he's still alive. I'm like, yeah, I got something to listen to. I'm getting ready for work. So,
Alton's
you know.
coming through with the early church fathers. He's just coming and swinging.
Yeah.
Well, as Brother Alton said, a lot of us are learning them now because everybody kept trying to use them. And it's funny. It seems to me, and this is, and again, I'm not trying to start any battles, right? But it seems to me that the more we've learned them, the less people want to talk about them. I don't know
Hey,
if that's
same-
true for
that's
Alton, but
what
it's
happened.
definitely true for me.
That's what happened when I started dealing with Black Hebrew Israelites, because I couldn't, they always talking about Deuteronomy 28:68, the history of the Jews and all of that stuff. So I'm just like, okay, well, when we start bringing these passages and these scriptures up and the Jewish history, then it's like nobody want to talk about, the
I wanna-
400-year prophecy and all of that.
I want to go on the record and say that Zanzi, I don't know if I added somebody manifested out the live stream. I don't know what's going on. I am on my phone, so I do not know. Did somebody leave, or is
That was
my
Scott.
phone? Oh, Scott's been leaving and coming. I don't know if that's on my end or if my phone is manifesting.
No, my mom's just calling me. That's it.
Oh, okay. Because I am on my phone. But let me go on the record. I want to publicly make peace with Tony because I have crossed certain lines. I have crashed. Let's go on the record, fellas. I have to accept responsibility and say I have crashed out multiple times. I crashed out last night. I crashed out, fellas. And I have crashed out at Tony. Tony does not. Well, let me explain, Tony. Let me explain. Tony did not feel led to have a conversation on Once Saved, Always Saved. And I crashed out. I shouldn't have crashed out. You feel me? I could, if somebody, fellas, if somebody annoys you because they believe something else that you believe, life goes on. It is what it is. And I'm pretty sure that if I would have had the conversation with him, no one was going to convince the other person anyway. So who the heck, why the heck all the crashing out? You feel me? And the man doesn't talk trash. He's a generally nice guy. So I want to apologize, and I do apologize, but I would like to apologize publicly. I'm not saying we'll be best friends or anything like that, but I owe him the respect that he deserves because he is a father and he's all those things. You know what I'm saying? So my apologies to him. I crashed out a few times. I know HH. The only person that has not crashed out is CK and Zanzi on this platform.
No,
Everybody else-
I'll say this about CK. I've seen him get upset 3 times, but only
he's
3 times.
crashed out. I've never seen him.
I don't know if I'd say it's a crash out like me, but I would say that I've seen CK where I know he's beyond his. He's beyond. HHS don't play, man. Yo, HHS, I don't play, man. Like, because it's crazy to me where I'm from and what I've experienced in life. That people talk so tough because they're behind a computer screen. It weirds me out.
Yo, you had me crying, HHS, when you crashed out that one. Yo, you was yelling at the top of your lungs, bro.
Oh man, I'm telling you, people. I promise you, people when they see me in real life, they don't act like.
I mean, you're like 6'6".
I promise you, I've met so many people in real life.
Who's
they
gonna
don't do
act
this.
like that?
And so when people get up there and they go,
you're 6'6".
Yeah. When they like I said, it's crazy because you see all these people. They get online, and since they can't defend their doctrine, they want to get upset at people, and that's got nothing to do with me. Like, it's not my fault you don't read your own stuff. That's not on me. But don't come up there saying all this stuff like you're tough, and then be like,
I've seen Layman crash out before, bro. Like, I don't mean like like I seen him crash out, like yelling at the top of his lungs and turning red.
Oh no, I ain't coming front like I haven't crashed out, but like I said, because people say stuff that, again, it's where I'm from and my culture, how I grew up, etc. You don't just talk to people in some of these ways, man. You really don't. Like, you don't do that. If we weren't in the Christian space, I'd be worried about your existence. Seriously, like, that's how much people act on the online. And then there are Christian content creators who I think they take advantage of that same thing. Now, granted, I'm not a violent man. I've seen mankind as most violent is called war. I'm chilling, all right? But what I am saying is, when you talk like this, if you would go out in the real world and start bumping your gums like I've seen, like you made a Teflon, people gonna test that theory. That's what's so wild to me. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to be this. I'm a Christian. And again, if you have the theological wherewithal, get your theology straight and then come explain it. But when you are unprepared, don't be mad at me.
What's crazy is that you know, I done had those experiences too where I've, you know, a couple of people have like seen me in person.
Your crash outs be having me crying out too. You crash out, bro.
Me?
Be having me crying, bro.
Well, I don't think I crash out too much.
You crashed out when you not too much. Got it. Okay.
It's not too much. Yeah, he's on that CK vein. CK is the most chill though, but he's on that CK vein. I would agree. But I've seen CK get mad.
I'm
telling you, I can tell.
It is when people are dishonest, like just flat out dishonest.
That's the same thing with me.
Yes.
Nah, even then, CK, I haven't seen you crash out or yell or anything like that. I haven't seen that from you.
CK's voice though.
No, he doesn't normally yell. See, that's if you're looking for him to yell, you're not gonna see that. But you can just tell by CK's statements when you be like, yeah, he's tired of you. Yeah.
His voice is just chill, you know.
You know, it's crazy.
Yeah, when he was talking to Silv, I was like,
it's crazy because like CK, like, you know, he just really like just kind of sits in the background and he just kind of let everybody else talk. But I'm like, when he was having that conversation with Silv, I was like, oh yeah, he gonna learn today. And CK was pulling up all types of sources and stuff. I was like, don't think that the man dumb because he just, you know, let a lot of y'all talk, but CK got that work. He got that work.
I keep telling the world, they don't believe me. I keep saying CK is like, he's just like a sniper in the back. He just chilling. Doesn't mean he doesn't know anything. Don't fool yourself because he's not the most boisterous. Exactly. Just because he's not boisterous doesn't mean he doesn't know.
Yeah.
You lying to you.
Well, no, what I was gonna say was that it's funny because people like who see me in person, they're like, oh, you're a lot bigger than what I thought you were. And I'm like, well, I mean, because I see myself every day, I don't think I'm that big, but you know, people are just like, wow, I didn't know that you was as big as you are. And you know, just like HHS says, you know,
how tall
some
are you,
people,
bro?
huh?
Yeah, how tall are you?
I'm about 6'2".
Oh, so you're a little taller than me. I'm 6'1.5". I had the 6'1.5". Huh?
Same 6'2".
Yeah.
But I agree with you, Alden. Like I said, I know people walk up on you like, oh, you're Alden Johnson? you him? Oh, I just see you in the studio chair. I didn't know you was
Yeah,
really
people
on
are just
Johnson.
like,
Oh, well, good to see
yeah,
you,
people just like,
brother.
man, I thought you were shorter than that. I'm like, don't let me be laid back in the chair fool you. Now I'm pretty tall, so
Yo, guys.
Right. And that's what, like I said, that's what it's just so crazy to me because like when I've been in these spaces and all of us are doing our research all the time. We're always reading something, had another book come in today so we can present these things, etc. And then you have some I'm trying to think of the most polite words I can, but you have some individuals who get upset and they don't put in 1/100th of what we do. The chat GPT heroes of today, the you must be wrong because I don't like you crowd with their genetic fallacy and so forth. And it's like, yo, and then they talk to you like they can do something to you if they really saw you, which is wild to me. And then you have other people who will call you all these names. And this is what I wish the Christian community would see. Okay, call me all the names you want. That's fine. But come up and address it. Let's see. Or let's go to some neutral site and let's see who's really what's what. But they won't do that either. And their audience of Christians doesn't ask any questions. It's wild. Like, wouldn't it? Like, for example, if I said something about Alden every day, Alden is this, Alden is that, blah, 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 all negative. And then Alden pulls up and goes, hey, man, why don't we go over here to this channel over here? Let's talk about it. Since you got so much to say about me, let's go to this neutral platform. We'll debate my thing. And then it's like, no, you're so unintelligent. I'm not going to talk to you. Well, then why you keep talking about me then? Why just pull up or shut up? And then, like I said, saying that stuff about people and then you see them in their face, or you find out they have history that you're not aware of. Because remember, everybody is a sinner, and a lot of Christian stories come from tougher spots than you know. So just assuming people, trying to pull people to their flesh is bad, number one. But assuming people, can't slip because you think you're in the Christian space is also bad. It's better if we operate in Galatians 5:22 and 23.
Oh, yeah.
But all these people, man, I'm telling you, I've had it multiple times where they talk some of the craziest trash because I read what their church writes or I read what their religion writes. And they talk to you like you're a dog. And I'm like, well, are you mad at me or what's on the
Bro, the
paper?
funniest thing to me, and I'm gonna let you cook right now, Alton. The funniest thing
No, I'm
to
good.
me, the funniest thing to me is when people say, yo, you on CK's channel for the views. You trying to get popularity. Ninja, I get more views on my second channel than what you get on your main. Not CK, because at this point CK's popping 100 concurrent viewers. My second channel ain't hitting that. But to the people complaining, bro, like to the people, it's like my second channel is bigger than your main channel. You know what I'm saying? There's levels to this.
Yeah.
I don't do this for the views. If Alton called me tomorrow, if CK, if HHS or even Otis say, yo, JP, I need you to help me with something on my platform. I need you to do this for me. I will do it because I'm not on social media for me. I'm here for everybody because I think number one, conversation should happen. And number two, people should have the exposure to get their worldviews out. This is why I'm attacking the Orthodox community, because the Orthodox community, Alton, you as a witness, HHS as a witness, CK as a witness, Otis, I don't know. I think I met Otis in the middle of everything, but the Orthodox community has evaporated. Where the hell are these guys?
So
Outside of my boy Repair, the only thing I see him is in the comment section talking tougher than they are. I never see him on a microphone. There's a few others. I mean, I'm missing some, but for the most part, you're right. The most I see is in comment sections.
Don't worry.
But I wish I'd have Repair though.
If I ever become Orthodox, I'll still come up on the panels. Don't you worry.
I think you'll be told not to.
yeah, I just came up just to talk about that a little bit. As far as all the Orthodox that I've reached, the Catholics.
Oh, Zandi, did my friend reach out to you? He says he's gonna send you a mic set.
Oh no, not yet.
All right, I gave him your number, so he's gonna reach out soon.
Thank you. So I'm saying like the Orthodox, as far as I've seen, to be honest with you, they have the most. Even when I reach out to them for dialogue, they have the most rules. I think it's because they're not supposed to represent their church without a lot of authority or something like that. But they always say, I only want an interview style. I don't want any pushback. You know what I mean? That's what they always say. So it's honestly very difficult to get them on because they don't feel like they want to defend what they believe. For the most part, like I've reached out to maybe half a dozen to a dozen, and they're definitely not debating someone like HHS. They're definitely not going to do that, to be honest with you. But the ones that I have reached out to, they said I'll be happy to do an interview, but I will not dialogue, debate any of that stuff. No pushback, they tell me. So that's
Now
just a little
let
bit
me
of
mention another dude. Hold on.
Yeah, and to his point,
Let me
I
go on
want
the
to.
record. Hold on. HHS, you can respond to him, but I wanted to give an example. You can hate Idol Killer. You can love Idol Killer. You can despise Idol Killer. Shut your mic, Scott Warrior, because I hear myself through your mic. You can do anything. Do you know how many people talk about that man and don't give him a conversation? And if you've seen me, you've seen Idol Killer. What does that mean? Idol Killer is willing to talk to anybody on my platform. I got him on speed dial. You think he's a satanic heretic? Prove it. You think he's a demon? Prove it. You think open theism is false? Disprove it. Have a conversation with him. You think that free will is an illusion? Talk to him. I don't agree with everything with Idol Killer. I don't. But guess what? I'm not going to get on the internet and talk about him because chances are I'll get cooked if he comes and debates me. Let's keep it 100. Let's keep it 100. People aren't honest with themselves. All right? People aren't honest with themselves. Now, shout out to Alton. Alton spoke to Idol Killer, and he was willing to debate him again. Well, the first time was in a debate. So Alton can talk. HHS can talk. Zanzi can talk. Oh, by the way, Zanzi, Idol Killer said eventually he'd be down to have a one-on-one conversation. But that's a side note. I respect you individuals. So I just got to give a shout out to Idol Killer because he's willing to have conversations. I don't care if somebody's a Satanist. Do not talk behind that dude's back. As a Christian man, you're called to defend the truth and refute these doctrines. Idol Killer gave you a shout out, Alton.
Yeah, no, I was reading. I was reading that. He was like, Alton is a good dude, wrong but good. Listen, man, better be glad I got my
Now let me make a
soundboard on.
prediction because I know HHS wanted to say something.
Yeah.
If Zanzi stays at it, if Zanzi gets a good mic, if Zanzi gets a good setup, little by little, I told this to HHS as well. Little by little, get a light bulb here, get a little something here, get a little plant there, upgrade your mic. I do believe by mid 2027, Zanzi will have an established platform. I do believe that.
Yeah, he's a smart guy.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, I do believe it. Yeah, so
amen.
I just wanted to say that. Go ahead.
I wanted to say,
ahead,
I
HHS.
wanted to piggyback on what Zons was saying. This is something I noticed, man. I noticed this even on the debate scene, as well with certain. He brought up EO. I'll bring up EO and Catholicism. They love to be on the attack, but I've learned if anything is hard to defend, they just will not engage. Like they'll just literally just disengage. If you say, you guys know the debate that I've been trying to have with. I'll take either one. Doesn't matter. They just won't engage. But they don't want to play any defense. They just want to go, hey, your sola scriptura is wrong, or Eucharist this, or whatever. But as soon as you say, all right, well, why don't you defend this? And they'll just be like, nah, bro. That's it. Like, that's really it. And it's crazy to me that this is how the Christian space functions, because I'm now starting to see the trend. I had multiple people, no joke, offer sola scriptura to me. I had multiple people offer the Eucharist to me. And I was like, but I don't want to debate those things. I want you to defend this. That's what I want to debate. And they won't do it. They just like, so you're saying no to the other two? Like, they won't even engage with what you say. And then in some of these conversations, now non-laity, I treat a little different. I won't really go hard at non-laity unless they specifically request that, because that's not my thing. But with all these people who talk big, they won't engage you. And just look at who they go for. So you can look. There was recently a debate with EO and the Catholic over papacy, for example. And now that person wants the next big Catholic. Why? It's just about prestige or trying to have a reputation, and that's it. But I'm telling you, the one thing I've learned, and y'all know the doctrines, but I'm gonna keep it general, but y'all know, everybody who knows me already knows. Every time I offer that debate, there's been 15 Catholics total, if I'm not mistaken. You got the world only knows about 3 who have declined that debate. 15.
Let me give credit. Let me
Small
give
to big.
credit, and we're gonna address that in a moment. And I'll let you address that. Idol killer, a man known by the top Calvinist apologist, a man who is highly esteemed, not respected by other parties because they trash him, but they don't debate him. But a man of reputation. This guy knows. Let me put it to you this way: this guy's good friends with Leighton Flowers. Leighton Flowers, you may hate the guy, but he's a well-established dude. Debates James White. He's up the ladder, right? It's higher than all of us. Idol Killer went on Twitchy Theologian's channel to debate a Calvinist, and Twitchy Theologian was getting 5 concurrent viewers. Idol Killer went on that channel to have a discussion because although you guys may think he's wrong, he knows he has an obligation to talk to people to defend the truth, right? Because that's what the Christian thing is. That's what we as Christians must do. Have conversations. I love Idol Killer. But if Idol Killer told me on the phone, I don't want to talk to Zanzi because he's a nobody, he gets 3 concurrent viewers, I'm going to look at Idol Killer crazy. But you know what Idol Killer said? Idol Killer Warren said, I'll talk to Zanzi. I got to get to know him better. What's his Twitter? What's his channel? What are his views? And Zanzi's getting 3 concurrent viewers. And this man said, I'm willing to talk to Zanzi the same way he's willing to talk to Twitchy. That's what you call a man. So I just wanted to say that. Go ahead.
Yeah, and you know, it's, I mean, at the end of the day, man, it's all about having conversations and, you know, just wanting to have open and honest conversations so we can kind of all know where we are. And I think that the more conversations that you have with people, although you may disagree with them, but I think that it reminds us that we're all still human. We all still got lives. You know, like some of us, we got families. I mean, we got to get up and go to work and we got to do everything just like everyone else. You know what I'm saying? So to be able to sit down and have these open and honest conversations, in a way, it kind of helps strengthen your position, or it's either going to show where there's flaws in your position to where you just like, hey, I never thought about that. So let me try to, you know, take a step back and examine this thing a little bit before I just, you know, jump out here. And that's why a lot of times people, they'll just say, oh, you're a Calvinist, this, that, and the third. When I first started really kind of like examining the whole Calvinist thing, I almost slipped into the whole tribalism thing, but then when I started finding out some of the things that the Calvinists were doing back in the day during John Calvin's time, like they was, you know, killing people who didn't baptize their own babies and locking people up. You know, I was just like, I don't know if I could, you know, wear that title like that. But then I started realizing that, okay, well, a lot of what a lot of people call Calvinism was found, like, you know, with some people in the early church. I'm like, well, you can't really call it Calvinism. I can give them his flowers for bringing certain arguments to you know, to the Christian faith.
Well, hold on. Let me give a shout out to Christina. Let me tell you, this is God Logic's wife over here, Sister Christina Marie. Now, let me tell you about this woman. This is a woman that rides for the ministry. She loves God Logic, but she loves Jesus over God Logic. And you can tell because people marry people like God Logic because he's popular. Oh, let me ride the coattails. He's popular. He's this. That's why a lot of women try to date famous people with famous profiles. Not her. She's out in the battlefield. She's out there in the battlefield trying to get the word of Jesus and support her husband because the Bible tells you be a helper. She's out here recording. She's out here looking out for that man, doing what a biblical wife needs to do. And so a lot of people yesterday were saying, oh, why did Christina go over there? Christina went over there because she's a woman of God and she wants the gospel to get through and she's supporting her husband. So God bless that sister. You let God Logic know I said hello, Sister Christina. And I will see you in California, by the way, my sister. I'll see you and God Logic in California. So we're gonna have a good time.
Yeah, shout out to her.
Yeah.
We definitely saw. I mean, I saw it anyway. The video and everything that happened. That was just crazy. But you know, and
Yeah.
God bless you.
Can,
Now,
can
the
I
But
say
only
one?
reason I'm wearing this suit is because I'm at work, by the way, fellas. So this is not something that I decided to put on because I'm streaming. I'm just at work.
No,
No.
no, JP. It's because you're the mayor of YouTube and you're in YouTube City Hall right now.
Can I say one thing?
And let me say something else about, and let me say this while Christina's here. God Logic don't care if you have 3 subscribers or 300,000. If the word can get through, he will go to a channel with 3 subscribers.
Yep.
Yes.
So that comes to show you God Logic's
Logic
character.
don't care who's watching. Could be 3 people or 3
Could be
million.
3 people,
Bro, you're
and
still gonna be
Logic will
cooking.
join.
You're still gonna be cooking, you know?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I mean, he's on.
1094.
Like I said, you could. A
AJ
lot of those
Chess, what
people
was that?
in the Muslim
What
community,
was it?
they're on mission.
1094. 1094. What time is it?
1094, my
Yo,
guy,
AJ
you know
Chess,
it.
what time is it right now? Is it
1094.
1094?
Hey, whenever you deal with a Muslim, it's always 1094. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but shout. That's why I really respect a lot of people in that community, though, man. You deal with Islam or you want to help educate people on Islam, man. A lot of them will
Bro, there
always
are
pull up.
people that won't. There are a lot of
It's
them that
fire.
will not pull up, because if your numbers don't look, this is why for me, this is why for me, and I'm gonna go on the record. It don't matter how big my YouTube channel. And by the way, shout out to you, Alton and Truth Cartel, because I know you guys have a conversation coming up. Did y'all get that coordinated already? Did y'all text each other, get that set up?
Yeah. We got it.
Yeah, so shout out to y'all. Y'all 2 grown men. Y'all gonna have a good conversation. But let me say this. This is why, regardless of how big my main channel gets or my second channel, you're never gonna see me not talk to Alton. Well, Alton and me get roughly the same. I mean, we're barely uploading. We're out the algorithm. It is what it is, But you'll never see me not talk to Otis, Christian King, Zanzi, or anybody, regardless how big or small my channel gets. Now, fellas, you guys keep talking about how good I look, but I'm telling you, I'm at the job, fellas. This is not by design. If I'm live at my house, you're gonna see a regular white T-shirt. I'm telling y'all right now. You're gonna see a regular. Mhm.
I'll just can you drop your YouTube link in the chat? I want to. I'll hop on there every time you go. If you drop the link, but
You're more
I'll
than
watch your.
welcome, brother. You could be my second viewer, all right? Zonzi's my number 1, all right?
Yeah. So can you just drop your drop your YouTube chat? I'll support you. I'll support you there. About the whole conversation though. Uh, from what I see, most people care about the lie that they love than the truth. That's what I see. Most people,
Orlando, maybe I'm already married. The world will never know. Carry on, Scott.
most people, most people cannot be honest with themselves. I don't know. I don't know. It's something they love, but it's some they can't just be honest with the truth. And H says people care about how can they be famous more than than the truth. If any the number one requirement to for my opinion to be apologetic is to spread the truth. That should be your number one mind, is to spread the truth, the gospel of Jesus Christ. That is it. That should be your main priority, because this is not some
Yeah,
thing that
and Scott, this is why I'm gonna try to, and I'm gonna go on the record. I'm going to try my hardest to try to help the Truth Cartel get a platform. I already gave him a plan because I want there to be as many Christian platforms out there where people can talk. I already told Alton, I don't know why he's not on TikTok doing the streams that I've been doing with the little style. But we'll talk privately, Alton, because I know you did say you want to set that up. But my goal is for there to be as many, and listen, I'm not gonna make you YouTube famous. You see CK? CK is not YouTube famous. No one's gonna look at CK and say he's YouTube famous. But CK has a platform where now he has a launching pad to grow, whereas he didn't have that before. And that's my goal. I want people to have a launching pad so that they can grow because Christian ministries need to grow. You know how many people God Logic has helped out? So many people. And we have to help each other out. We have to help each other out
Right.
because we need more Christian platforms. We need, go ahead,
Exactly.
CK.
The more Christian platforms, the better.
Yep. Exactly.
And it is true. Alton made a good point. He said there are a lot of enemies out there, you know, and this is why I believe. Listen, when I speak to Alton, even though Alton's a Calvinist, I speak to him with the utmost respect.
Same
With
here.
the utmost respect. I don't even, when Alton gives me a philosophy or a biblical passage, I try to understand him. You know, if you look at our last conversation, we had a good conversation. Why? Because at the end of the day, Alton is not the enemy. Now, sometimes I crash out because you have a couple of clowns that go on CK's channel, and I do crash out. That is true.
And that's my point. And that's my point. CK, CK, I'm
On
not
the
trying
record.
I'm not trying to direct you or anything, but people are there is to clog up the conversation. They're not there to have a true, beautiful conversation. They're here to clog up. But and I do that mean respectfully. I say it with the most respect I can say it. People out there is just to clog up the conversation. That's why I have to mediate a lot, which I hate to do. But if I don't say something, we're just gonna have two grown men yelling over each other, and it's not
Scott,
gonna
did you
help out
say?
nowhere.
Did you voice this because CK can't ban you here? And he's like, "Oh, now I'm gonna take advantage."
No, but the thing is though, because you know, I done been a part of platforms like that, and I've had people who have flooded my channel like that periodically. That usually ends up self-correcting at some point. You know what I'm saying? But because you will have a whole bunch of crash outs at one, you know, like during certain seasons of certain YouTube channels, but usually once they start to see that they really can't get away with that too much in the chat, they'll kind of just like go somewhere else, you know. So yeah, it'll end up self-correcting.
That's why I kind of respect Aldous more than a lot of Protestants up there because some of them just to clog up and I don't agree with Aldous on a lot of stuff. He's Catholic and I don't agree with him on the majority, but I do respect Aldous because he's respectable. He brings up sources. He doesn't overtalk people. Doesn't crash. Doesn't clog up
Yeah,
the
let me
conversation.
say this, Scott. Let me say this, Scott. I don't want you crashing out, my brother. So let me say this. Just kidding, Scott. But and I'll let CK cook. My only critique for CK, the only one, because CK is excellent with the mute button. You know, that man made me eat my words. He was excellent. Like the way he does it, when people start crashing out, he puts on mute mode. Excellent, the way he's been doing it. So he fixed it. That's taken care of. That's no longer an issue. So that's perfect.
Praise
That's
and glory
done.
to God.
Yeah, so that's already done. That concern has already been dealt with. My other critique would be that there are people that go on the platform to disrupt. Now, if you're going on the platform to make an argument and have a discussion, all good. But if you have somebody come on the platform and then they're going, hey, why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? Blah blah blah, this and that, or JP, you're being mean, JP. It's like, I understand that you think I'm being mean, but can you make an argument, a biblical argument? Don't come up the panel to say JP is mean every 10 seconds because that's going to disrupt the thing. But obviously, CK is a work in progress, and he always makes amendments, and that's why I respect this brother, because he makes amendments. CK's channel is not today what it was 3 months ago. This brother's always course correcting, making modifications, doing all those things. So I support CK. But go ahead, CK.
Yeah, and even with the mute mode and stuff, it's like it's gonna take some time to work out the kinks and stuff. But
I even like
with
I love the animation too. Like the animation you did.
oh yeah, and
Yeah, CK is like, he's like in a whole nother universe.
all praise and glory to God, bro.
The most interactive streams on YouTube. Sorry.
But yeah, like what Scott said and what JP you said, yeah, and like how Alton mentioned, like some of the stuff corrects itself. And like I'll give it one example. There was a guy, I won't mention his name, but there was a guy
Your
who
mic is
was
manifesting,
year
CK, or is
ago.
that me? Is
That's
his mic manifesting?
JP,
Maybe
that's you. That's you,
Maybe
JP.
I
That's
think
you.
I think I lowered his mic. Hold on, let me
His
fix
mic
that.
was straight to me. That was you. Yeah, his mic was
I'm
good.
manifesting. All right, no problem. Go ahead, fellas.
Like there was one individual that would always come on there, and he would manifest all over the place. And as soon as I started refuting him, guess what? He never showed up anymore. And so
Yep.
eventually, like, they're like, oh yeah, okay, they'll stop coming by because they get refuted.
Right. Yeah, I've seen that happen plenty of times.
CK, I have 63 people watching. Do you want to go live and I'll send everybody your way? Reason being, because I'm free for another 40 minutes if you want me to hold out. But we do have 60 people here, so that can kind of launch pad any live stream you do now,
Oh, I wasn't planning on doing that today. Is anybody else?
I mean,
willing to go
it don't
live?
gotta be a 12-hour marathon. You do know you
I don't know if
could do
CK cannot do that. Is that possible?
Yeah, CK, you do know you
I
can
mean,
do
when
an hour.
CK does a live, he buckles in for at least 8 hours.
That's what I'm saying. Just CK, 1.5 hours.
JP, you're talking to the man that went live for
Man, listen, his
Hold
his
on,
live
one
streams
moment.
run themselves. It's like it's like its own living organism
Yeah.
over there. You know what I'm saying?
You ain't even lying. That train lead the station, just do his thing.
I'll be live and CK will be in my chat and I'll be like, "Ain't you live right now?" He's like, "Yeah, I'll be back over there in a minute." So
Yeah.
and I mean
Everything's
it
running
still
smoothly.
be going. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, CK, you can do 1 hour, 1.5.
They go that peer
Listen.
pressure.
The next
Yeah.
time I see CK do a 1 hour live stream, I'm taking a picture.
We're gonna be
Mark
mad.
my
At
word,
least
book it.
2 hours.
Book it.
At least
1 hour? Man,
Yeah, okay, look,
book
at
that.
least 2, because his intro's 1 hour. So by the time that intro is already an hour. You feel me? So at least 2 hours.
This is the thing too. Like I can't it's not like I could just go click the go live button. Like there's a ton of stuff that I gotta like set up before and even during while I'm live. Because some of the things I could only set up while it's live.
All right, let's ask the
Yeah.
chat if they want you to go live. Drop a
Well,
one.
the chat always gonna do that. You might
Well,
as well go
let's
ahead and
see.
book
We
that.
never know. We never know.
There's gonna be
Chat,
ones
drop
everywhere.
a 1 if you want CK to go live. Drop a 2 if you don't want him to go live. Drop
CK
a 1 if you want him to go live.
CK gonna be like, yeah, I ain't making no promises. I don't care what I don't care what y'all say.
And hey, like I tell people, man, they don't realize we gotta sleep and read too, man. It ain't.
But
It's like,
Yeah, for real, man. I actually got to start reading in a minute. Yeah, I got to get a couple
Yeah.
chapters in. Yeah,
me too.
right, we
Me too. I
got
gotta get that in,
1-1.
and I got some sources I gotta read.
and
All
you
right,
know
we got 2
that's
ones. We got
my
2 ones.
guys,
Let's see. We got 3 ones, 4 ones. CK,
guys,
man.
God
CK, you got
bless.
a 3. You got a 3, CK. You got another 1, CK. I hope y'all all donate if the man goes live. You know what I'm saying? Y'all better drop that money, man. That's another one. Somebody said at least 7 hours. That's another one. That's another. Who's gonna
I'm
commit
telling
to
you,
donate?
man. They don't even know how real that is. Like I sympathize with all content creators now because
Another
people have
one.
no idea what goes into them long streams, man. I did
Now
7 hours,
I
think
see all
once.
those
Like,
ones. I hope y'all financially support. And CK's not asking for financial support. I'm telling y'all to financial support the man. He says you don't have to, but I'm telling y'all. Come on now.
even my family now, they be like, "You streaming?" I be like, "Yeah."
Look at all those ones, Christian King. Look at all those ones. It's a lot of
Dolphin said
ones,
if
my brother.
CK has an hour stream, I would immediately think he's in sin.
Another 2
I'm
ones.
telling you,
brother.
it would actually be weird. I think everybody, barring some sort of like unforeseen emergency, which we hope you never have, whatever that may be. If you ended at an hour, everybody would just be like, "What happened?" Like that's weird. Oh, you know what? Actually, first assumption is computer crashed. That's what we'd all say. It's stream crash. Stream must crash, right? It's only been an hour. Yeah, man. That's how it is. Like I said,
the people have spoke.
All right, let me give me a few minutes to get it ready.
He's the people's YouTuber.
All right, so CK has talked. CK has talked. He said he's going live. So CK, as soon as you do it, CK, I'll redirect.
I'm gonna put money on it. He ain't going 1 or 2 hours.
Yo, I hope y'all all donate to this man, because this man is doing manual labor for you guys. So
Yeah.
y'all better go
Bro.
over there and drop some coins, all right?
listen, it's one thing I want everybody to learn out there. I wish you could, like, it's like when you don't understand the life of a pro athlete, you just love watching them, right? Same thing whenever somebody does any job. I hope y'all, like, someday get to see, like, exactly how much goes into streaming on YouTube. I pray people do, because, like, it's not just like, when you're the viewer, right? Because I watch other people too. You just click go and it's there. But the person on the other side, it's a whole lot that goes into a stream.
Caesar, you said that you all should become Catholic. CK is gonna start his live stream soon. I'll meet you over there. You can explain why, right?
Well, God bless everyone. I gotta go back to school tomorrow.
All right, Scott.
God bless, Scott.
Yeah.
All right,
I'll
God
be
bless
back
you,
to
brother.
all
I'll
that.
see
I'll
you.
be setting everything
All right,
up.
so we're gonna wait for CK to schedule his live stream. Once he schedules his live stream, I'll redirect everybody there. Y'all better support that man financially. As soon as y'all go there, drop at least $3. That's a Metro card.
He put in a lot of work, and I tell him all the time, his streams is like otherworldly. I'm like, I tried doing some of the stuff that he do. Like, you know how much it was a struggle for me to get my stream to where it is now?
No, your
I'm
stream
like,
looks good now. Your stream looks
Tell
good
him,
now.
man. Tell him, man.
Man, listen,
Tell him.
I was, yeah. CK was like, he kind of gave me some tips on some stuff. I was like, and that's just basic. What I got going on is basic now. But some of the stuff that I know that he has, I'm like, bro, I don't know how he does it. But you know, his streams is like, and I told him this. I said, listen, if you see anybody else in the future doing anything close to what CK does, just know that he did it first. He was the pioneer of that. Because I'm like, you know, some people, you know, we just go with just like use a StreamYard or something like that or Restream. But I'm like, he got overlays, he got animations popping up. He done made his own Yu-Gi-Oh cards. He got a Yu-Gi-Oh card of LNG White. I'm like, how does he do that?
Yes, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Even if you like, even when you take stuff that people think is like simple because they love it, it takes time, man. Like all my, you know, I do all my memes. Even I got memes of you where I got to be watching your stream, catch the joint, go back, clip it. You know, make sure I do my best to put everybody who I'm really cool with their name on their stuff. Sometimes I forget. You got to do all that. It's not just like a 20-second, like, okay, work this. Like, nah, it take work, man. It take work to do all that stuff. And CK has it where you got audience interaction, audience can clip, mods can run commercials, man.
Hey, you know, I was trying to set that up, like with the with the commands. For some reason, I cannot figure it out. It will not go to my stream. And he was just like, oh, well, all you got to do is just you know, do this and do that. I'm like, yo, bro, for some reason it's not working on my end. And I'm just like, I can only imagine all of the other stuff that he got working, and it's all interactive and all of that. But yeah, I feel him when he say that, you know, when you hit that button, you know, like you gotta like make sure everything is going, you know, nice and smooth and all of that. Cause even when I start my live, like during my little intro, I'm still like setting stuff up, you know, adjusting volumes and all of that. Yeah.
And you brought it up because we have real jobs. Like my job is very demanding. So then you also, while the intro's running, you trying to get your sources ready. If you know them, you know, I don't always get to have every clip I want or every video I want before. So sometimes I got to find it in real time. Like people don't know, man. And when we don't get paid by this, I mean, I'm thankful for every supporter that we each have, right?
Right.
But it's not our job, right? So like I have to like, you know, when I'm not at work, I'm doing this stuff. You know, you know, my family, whatever else, right? That I'm, you know, my I don't have a wife and kids, but my family that I'm dealing with, handling stuff for them. That's another story. So it's like, yo, it's not just like show up and like, perfect. It's like that presentation takes time. It takes like time, even sound clips, everything. My
logos kept crashing today. Every time I pulled it up, it like, you know, it crashed. I'm like, man, what is going on? And you know,
at that point, just use Bible Gateway, bro. Nice and simple.
You know, I
No, no, it's
started out
not that
with,
simple. It's
well, I
not that
started out
simple
with
for
Blue
all.
Letter Bible first, huh?
No, it's not that simple. I was gonna say it's not that CJP. This is what I love about the more we do this and why we choose what we choose. Like when Alden did his joint on Hail's Who, you can't do that on no Bible Gateway player. You
Right.
can't do that. You can't.
Yeah.
You gotta have the tool to convey the truth to the audience. That's
Yeah.
why I'm saying, like, when people say, like, and then my big thing is sourcing, right? People don't know what
Yeah.
it takes to get with that stuff there and have it and this and that. But if you want to present that truth to the audience, we got to figure out a way to do it. So Bible Gateway ain't always the way. And don't get me wrong, I love Bible Gateway. I do. I love Blue Letter Bible, Bible Hub, all of them. But sometimes you need that deeper tool to convey it. And like I said, because I still remember that Hail's Who string. That joint was fire. And he's not the first person to say it, but that joint was fire though. Let's go over here to my logos. See this Hail's
Yeah.
Who? Well, I was like, yeah, hey.
Yeah. And that's what I love about Logos.
Josh, I think that you're already unblocked. I don't know. I think you're unblocked already. You haven't been blocked on my main channel for a long time.
But yeah, that's what I love about my Logos, because like a lot of my sources, I get a ton of my sources from Logos, and then even some sources that I need, if I try to pull it up and I'm just like, okay, I can go to this website and you know, I see the source over here on the website, and then I'll type it into my Logos and I'll see that, you know, I'm like, oh, I don't have that. And then it'll pop up as a book for like $39.99 or $49.99. I'm like, well, I need to get that, because even sometimes, like if I'm reading some articles or if I'm reading one source and it'll link or it'll put something in parentheses and it'll say that this particular quote or this particular source or a deeper dive can be in this, I'll click on it. And if I don't have it, it'll send me to the store. So I'll buy that source and then it'll be included in my library. So no matter like if I'm like, and that's how I got a lot of those quotes from the church fathers, because there'll be one church father quoting another, and I'll click it and I'll be like, oh, I don't have that book. So then I'll buy that whole book. And now I got all these other, you know, quotes and sources. So
yeah, because you got a source. Because
Yeah.
like when you're trying to bring the truth out there, we're trying to bring the sources forward. That's how my
Exactly.
digital library is as big as it is now. Not all my stuff's in Logos. Like a lot of my stuff is DRM free, but you know, that's how I got to over 8,700 books, because it's like, yo, people want to see where is this from? Let's go look at the writing. Because a lot of times, and like we talked about earlier, right? People don't bring up the early church to us that much anymore if our argument's related to it. Because when we start going to read them writings, they be like, oh,
bro,
it says what?
That's why I had to start making those PowerPoint slides, because, man, listen, it's so much information out there, and I'm like, I can't remember all of it, so I just pull up the PowerPoint, and in each one of those PowerPoints have way over 100 just clips and just some of the quotes from the church fathers, and that's not even everything that I want to put on the PowerPoint.
Man.
But I'm just like, it's just so much. But I'm like, that's why people say, oh, you quote mining. I'm like, listen. Number one, I got the source, so I'll just read the whole source. But
No
I
problem.
want to go ahead and highlight exactly the point of the argument. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, listen.
Right.
People have seen my notes. I feel you. I don't do PowerPoints unless I'm going to get into a formal debate.
Right.
But if you see my Excel spreadsheets, bro, I've had people ask me if I was normal, because they be like, "Yo, this is your source list." I'm like, "Yeah, I just don't tell anybody this stuff." You know, I got, like, for example, if I hit you with that Mary Center-
Can you guys
Go ahead,
figure
JP.
out what Christian channel I'm redirecting to? Because I see. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, it's the
Yeah, we hear
Christian
you.
King.
Yeah, I see
The Christian
two
King
of them.
TV,
I
let
don't
me-
know which one.
I'll double
I
check.
don't
Is
know.
one of them black and white?
Let me
It's-
double
it's-
check. Hold on.
Yeah, it's the Christian King. One of them might be mobile. One of them
I'll
might be
find it. Yeah, because
regular.
normally he'll do mobile and black and white. That's why I asked. I
Yeah, and then
stole
he'll
that from
do-
him.
Yeah, and he'll do and you know, I was gonna start doing that too, but I was like, I kind of don't want to I don't want to be copying y'all. So what I do is I make a totally different thumbnail, and I'm trying something out to where it'll be the same stream, but I'll make a totally different thumbnail, and then I'll change the title. I'll tweak it a little bit to see, you know, like what the engagement is. You know what I'm saying? Versus,
Yeah.
yeah, go ahead.
But there's
I
two
got
of
you a
them.
link,
There's the
JP.
Christian
I got
King
you a-
Apologetics,
I
and
got
then
you a
there's the
link,
Christian
JP. I
King.
got you a link coming, JP. I got you a link
Alright.
coming. Hold on, it's going to be
Text it
dropped
to
in the
me,
chat.
Yeah, it's
I'm gonna
just
drop
a
it in the
regular
I'm gonna drop it
Christian
in the
King.
chat. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I-
dropped it in your regular chat. Can you not see that? Do I have to text it to you because I'm on my phone too?
Hold on. Yeah, hold on. Let me see.
He got it in the chat in the chat on YouTube.
Yeah, hold on. Hopefully this doesn't close the. No, I can't click this.
All right, hold on. Let me see if I can. Just give me a second. I'll see if I can text it to you. Okay, give me 1 second.
Just
just a
tell me
little
if
hard
that says
because
Christian King Apologetics or just regular the
no,
Christian
it's
King. What happened?
it's the Christian King at the Christian King TV.
Yeah, it's just a regular Christian King. The Christian King Apologetics is the backup channel.
All right, and he's not mobile right now, right? He's not mobile.
No, I'm gonna get you a link in 2 seconds. Just wait a second, brother. I'm gonna get you a link.
All
I'm gonna
right,
get you a
no
link.
problem, no problem.
All right, Dolphin says, Alton, with how many people chat under your YouTube post about your quote mine, and I figure you'd be having conversations with cats all day. Yeah, and I mean, yeah, seriously, there's actually quite a few people that who every time I post a quote, I mean, they in the comment section, but they never show up on the panel. And I'm just like, you know, if I'm quote mining, my thing is that let me know where I'm quote mining. But if we really want to be honest, a lot of these people, they don't know themselves these sources. They've never read it. So they've heard
Yes.
somebody else talk about it. So what has happened is that somebody tells them, oh, well, this is what the church fathers say. And then I'll bring out exactly what the church fathers say. And this is one of the reasons why I even quote the church fathers, because I don't like the whole everybody believed until the Reformation. So I'm just like,
Bro.
okay, right. So I'm just like, yo, when there's a whole bunch of people making all of these, you know, all of these stances, or they're saying that, hey, the early church, everybody believed this until, I'm like, no, they didn't. You know, and
Yes.
you would think
Yes.
that some of these people will pull up and say, nah, this is where you're wrong. So
Yo, Alton, I'm about to end this real quick. CK,
right,
Hold on,
live.
hold on. Let me just
All
say,
right,
because
cool.
I wanted to just say one thing. But he I just want to say how right he was, and just talk about this for 2 seconds, JP. I know you're about to end, but it's so true, because that was one of the things that started bothering me. These monolith claims. Everybody believed this. Everybody said this. Everybody, and then I'll be reading theologians. I'll be reading the church fathers, and I'm like, where's this coming from?
Right.
It can't be. It's not coming from the sources. And it's funny because when you really dive in, I'm a right right. When you really dive in and really start studying these things, you can see where a lot of these things fall short. Everybody knows my favorite topic, and I'm here to tell you right now, ain't no way you can say everybody believed this starting at the Bible going forward. Ain't no way. I'm telling you, I've been looking. That's why nobody will take the debate, because everybody deep down knows it. All right, JP,
Right.
my bad. I just wanted to co-sign that.
No, you're good.
I
You're
gotta
good.
get you
I'ma
them joints one time. One time I hit you up so you can see them for my favorite topic.